Have you ever noticed how many voices you have? That professional voice when you're trying to give a presentation, your customer service voice when you answer the phone, your stressed but trying to stay calm voice when you're on the line with a customer service agent, or even the voice you use with the people you know best. I was recently thinking about how I tend to slip into my corporate voice sometimes, where it's slightly polished, has a little bit of undertone of authority. It's sort of robotic and not interesting to listen to. And I think as leaders, we often go to our default voice, the one that makes us feel safe and in control and probably more professional. But the thing about that is that your team doesn't really want it, doesn't really always need it. Sure, when you're giving a report out, it makes sense to go into that professional presenting voice. But day to day, when you're walking down the hall in a one-on-one or even in a morning meeting or a group huddle setting, they don't need to listen to TV news anchor you. They need to hear the human you. I remember when I was little, I used to call my dad before cell phones were a thing, and I would have to call his work. And the person on the line would answer, I would ask for him, and then he would answer the phone, Randy speaking. And I remember thinking, that's so funny, because it wasn't the human that I would play, softball in the yard or ride bikes with or sit on the patio with. The number of voices that we use in a day don't always match the need or the interaction. Part of modern leadership is being able to balance between humanity but also competence. You do need to use a professional voice in some instances, but you don't always need to use that professional voice. They want to hear you. My advice, if you're attempting to get rid of that corporate voice, is to speak to people like they're friends, to speak to people like as if you were telling them a story, so that they get to hear excitement and sadness or just that nonchalant voice that you use in everyday language. People relate to that.